I am Novaris of the Pleiadian Horizon Temples, of the lineage the cosmic record calls Future Gate Navigation. And what has brought me to this signal today is not a single event. It is a convergence, the kind the cosmic record marks once in a very long arc, the kind that does not announce itself with noise because it does not require noise to be real. Something is moving through the astronomical field around your world in this window. If you have been following the solar output readings, the reports from your planet's magnetic measurement stations, the unusual quality in the frequency environment that your instruments can register but not fully interpret, then you have been tracking the edges of what I have come to address today. The solar readings in this passage are carrying something that the standard models were not designed to name. The field around your world is doing something that the ordinary categories of planetary science were built before the cosmic record anticipated would need to be described. But that is not the center of what I have come to bring through today. What the astronomical signal is doing is what it has always done at this class of threshold. It is marking something. It is a sign pointing towards something larger than itself, the way an unusually agitated surface of the ocean points not to the surface, but to the depth of the movement below it. The solar signal is the mark. What I have come to address is what is being marked. What the Future Gate Navigation lineage has prepared this transmission to carry is the reading of the collective field at this specific window. And the reading is this: your world is not simply experiencing an active astronomical passage. Your world has crossed a threshold. And the threshold has a specific name in the records from which I am reading today. It is called the supersaturation point. Let me tell you what I mean by that. Let me take the time to tell it properly, because the image I am about to lay down is the one this entire transmission will return to. The image is the map, and the map is the message, and the message is the one this window has been building toward for longer than most of the current discourse about your world's situation has been willing to say aloud. In your physical sciences, in the study of solutions and their behaviors under heat and pressure, there is a state called supersaturation. It is worth sitting with in its full detail because it is the most accurate description of the collective field of your world that the cosmic record I am reading from can offer. A solution is heated. The liquid, in its energized state, can hold more dissolved material than ordinary temperature would permit. The chemistry of warmth expands capacity. So you add the material. The temperature holds. The solution accepts it. You add more. The solution holds. You add more still, and the solution, defying what the cold state rules would predict, holding more than the ordinary equilibrium of room temperature physics would allow, holds it all. It looks from the outside like ordinary liquid, clear, undisturbed. It does not announce itself. It does not glow or hum or signal its own extraordinary condition to a casual observer. It looks like what it was before, but something has crossed inside it. Internally, invisibly, the molecular architecture of the substance has arrived at a state of readiness that has no precedent in its recent history. It has been heated past its ordinary holding capacity and has held the excess anyway. And then, one crystal, a single organized point of contact introduced from outside the system, dropped into the solution. And what happens next is not slow. It is not gradual. It is not the kind of process that unfolds across a visible arc of time. The transformation moves through the entire volume of the liquid with a speed that the casual observer would call instantaneous. An organized cascade that reaches every molecule simultaneously, leaving behind not disordered liquid, but structured, coherent matter, the organization of which was latent inside the liquid all along. The crystal did not create the organization. The crystal did not contain the organization. The crystal was the permission signal. The readiness, the years of accumulated pressure, of heat applied and sustained, of material held at temperatures the cold state rules would say should not be possible. That was always the story. The crystal was simply the moment the story was allowed to complete itself. The catalyst was not the power. The preparation was the power. The catalyst was the permission. That is what I have come to tell you is happening in the field around your world. The collective field of your world is supersaturated. It has been building toward this threshold for longer than most of the teachings currently circulating on this topic have been willing to say with precision. The pressure has been sustained. The material has been held at temperatures that ordinary equilibrium could not support. The field is ready. And the question the cosmic record is now actively tracking is not whether the crystallization will occur. The question is what the catalyst will be. And more precisely, what the catalyst actually is, because there is almost universal misreading of that specific question. And the misreading is consequential to how millions of souls in the awakening population are positioning themselves in this passage. There are 3 signatures the cosmic record carries when a civilization has arrived at the supersaturation threshold, not approached it, crossed it. 3 specific readings that confirm the field has moved past the boundary into genuine readiness. And before this transmission moves into the historical frame, before it moves into the mechanism of how this catalysis actually functions, I want to name those 3 signatures clearly, because they are the ground of everything else this broadcast is going to build. And the 3rd one is the signature that almost no teaching currently circulating in your world on this topic is naming correctly. And the 3rd is the one that changes how you read the other 2. The first signature is what the cosmic record calls inversion acceleration, the rate at which systems built for one purpose begin producing the opposite of their intended function. Not because they are failing in the conventional sense, because the field around them has changed, and old designs no longer serve in a new frequency environment. You are watching this unfold across many domains simultaneously in your world right now. The confusion it produces in those who cannot read the signal is, itself, part of the signature. When the expected outputs of familiar structures begin reliably producing unexpected inversions, the field around those structures has shifted. The second signature is recognition surge, the measurable increase in the number of souls distributed across the collective field without coordination or shared communication, who are arriving at the same inner knowing simultaneously. The convergence is organic. It is not organized. It is the molecular structure of the field beginning to orient. Countless isolated points of awareness, all moving toward the same attractor, not because anyone told them to, but because the field itself is generating the pull. But the 3rd signature is the one I want to give the most space to, because it is the one that changes everything else.